Anyone know how or want to fight this?
People need to be more concerned about keeping kids healthy and safe.
What a surprise. That's what some of you are saying online about Bibb County Schools' decision to switch all students to asynchronous learning at home for at least 2 weeks.
Now, the change starts a week from today, September 7th. Kayla Solomon spoke to more parents who had their own thoughts on the change. She joins us live in studio.
Frank and Lori, the school district says they've learned from last year's remote learning experience and did everything possible to improve it this time around. And 2 Bibb parents I spoke to say they understand the decision.
This was a hard decision. It was a very hard decision. We have worked hard. We have received federal funding and state funding to make sure we keep students in school.
In an announcement, Superintendent Curtis Jones laid out what the rest of this week will look like in Bibb County Schools as they prepare to learn virtually.
We will now finish finalizing, making sure all students can get online. We will make sure that all students have a device that they can take home. For those that would need a hotspot, we're going to make sure that we're ready to do that.
It also gives parents a few days to prepare. Parents like Kim Childs. She has a daughter at Howard Middle School. Childs says she started to worry about the regular COVID-19 updates from the school district, so she supports the move to remote learning.
It was just getting scarier and scarier, and actually probably was a little bit of relief too that she wasn't going to have to be in there for a little while at least.
Bosque and Tracy Martin say they felt the same about their son, Julius, a student at Howard High School.
Kind of felt like a bad parent to send him back to school, but the anxiety was really real.
Tracy says she works from home, so she didn't have to make too many adjustments to accommodate her son learning at home too. But she says it's still a challenge.
Julius does have autism, and so I just can't stick him in front of a computer screen and say, hey, do your work. I had to sit there right there with him and do the work with him as well as do my own work.
But Tracy says she's happy to have him home and safe, and she supports the school district's decision, even if it is only temporary.
It's hard work to do both work and deal with Julius at the same time, but I would rather him be safe and healthy than to worry about him sending him to school and I'm sitting at my computer worried all day of who he's been in contact with.
Superintendent Jones says as it gets closer to September 20th, they'll keep an eye on the positive COVID-19 cases and decide if it's safe to bring students back into the classroom. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Kayla. The superintendent says this time around, teachers can record and upload lessons ahead of time, and students can then work at their own pace.
He says the district also has a new tool, a program called Canvas, that allows teachers to track student activity. All Bibb athletic teams will continue to practice and play their scheduled games.